So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. There's a price on my head. I've been running for 2 years. Clearly I should be dead. It's a wonder that I'm here. I hide up underneath the flower. And when we're lying in bed, sometimes I choke on my own tears. I'm not worth my weight in lead, and you're the queen of the reindeer. I could just sit for hours to watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you wake me where I lay? And we won't go back the way we came. But join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm an ass, and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm suddenly twice the size. Oh. I think you're full of, I think I'm full of shit. Oh, we're so full of, yeah, we're so full of. I think I'm full of, I think you're full of, I think we're full of shit. Put the guitar up a little bit. I think you're full of shit. I think I'm full of shit too. Don't see a problem with it. It's same with everyone I know. Everyone needs a blanket. And I've been watching you cheat. I've been watching you take showers. I've been watching you eat. I check in every half hour. I love it when you crank it. To watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. choke on my own tears. I'm not worth my weight in lead, and you're the queen of the reindeer. I could just sit for hours to watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you wake me where I lay, and we won't go back the way we came, but join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm an ass, and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm suddenly twice the size. Oh. Ooh.
It was a quick bar. There we go. Now we have bars. I apologize. Probably too many USB ports in the wrong... How's everyone today? We have a bunch of stuff to unbox. I'll start again from the beginning. I'm here with Jimbo. Say hello, Jimbo.
Hello, Jimbo.
Got a whole bunch of boxes in at once, so let's all unbox them together. And when I switch screens, I'm probably going to do a quick audio input because I realize I don't think I have this particular device on my unboxing scene. But let's get right to it. I'm not going to be talking for 2 hours before we start. All right, let's see this unbox. All right, and now we have audio in this bar too. Okay.
Hooray!
Hooray! So, 2 of these boxes I have no clue whatsoever. No puppets, Keegan. No puppets! All right, 2 of these boxes I have no idea. So we're probably going to be canceled very shortly, as I got a sampler from some... Moving on. Box number 1. No idea. Some idea. Right? We're expecting, for science, we're expecting steam watchers. We're expecting...
When can we expect the full, the full rulebook explanation of Steam Watchers?
Yes. Maybe some people like that. I was watching another streamer, and it was like, we're going to play Steam Watchers. Let me just open the rulebook, page 1. Because I hadn't even seen it before. What's in that? I can't get up your channel. I thought I was going to get a shot. What? Oh, wow. Game I did not even expect. This is hibachi. This is a re-implementation of an older game where you throw discs in on a board. Well, we're about to see it in a second. Crazy. No idea. I thought it was even shipping. It shipped with the expansion. And alright, so that's mystery package 1. So what should we do? Should we let's do it one at a time. I was gonna say we could see what we got and then unbox it, but we'll open them up one at a time. Spin this around so it's the right way around. Alright. So in this game, it's sort of like a recipe fulfillment where your is, hi, and my name is Ronnie. Hello, Ronnie. We're doing well. Whenever you get to unbox games, it's always a good time.
As you can see, Chandler's helping us unbox games. Or he's
And Grey Deceiver. Do we have audio now? It says still no audio on Twitch. Maybe that was an old one. I went back too far. All right. So weird that we got this before other stuff. All right. Well, pleasant surprise. Nice.
Welcome to Hibachi.
Welcome to Rulebook. French rulebook.
Ooh la la.
Then we have some boards that have a
neat.
border on them. We could even do we'll do a
No. We don't component dump when I'm here.
We're not component dumping. I said we're going to do a little like explanation on how it
Okay. All right.
how it works here.
All right.
So here's the board.
Just have some trauma, that's all.
Sorry, no trauma. See, look, it puzzles together very nicely. And here are the different things that you need for your recipes. And then I believe these are colored discs. Little squirt bottles. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not 100% of the rules. I know the premise and the fact that I had no idea that this was the game. I'm 90% sure that these are player colors. And I have no idea. Here, Jimbo, you can toss some green ones. I will toss these black ones. So you'll know what ingredients you need. I'm not sure what the exact rules for throwing are. Yeah, they're exactly like poker chips, except they have holes on the other side. They do have values on the other side as well. And you'll take them and you'll throw them in a way. I'm sure there are some specific rules on how you are to throw them, but you're trying to get onto the ingredients that you need. Like, so I need eggs, and I need some fish, and then these will give you some benefit bonuses in the middle. I need some mushrooms and some rice. There you go. I win because, see, Jimbo's just mean.
No.
And that is going to be hibachi.
My broccoli eggs will defeat you.
Here are some cards. Let's see. There's some more ingredient cards. Particular ingredients. I'm not sure why you'd need cards as well. I thought I was looking for recipe cards, but that's okay. So this is great. We have a game that comes with poker chips, but still has paper money. Train people are losing their minds right now. Just saying. All right. So a bunch of paper money, which is good quality. It's nice. It's got texture on it. Feel that. Feel that texture.
One as you can, I'm sure. It's got the Doge.
And this is probably printed well before they even know that the Doge was going to be a thing. All right. Recipe cards. We have found them. Here are our recipe cards. So you can see down there that you need specific things. And when you get those things in some way, as in throwing the chips on, then you can make your recipes. And it looks like they're all the same. All require 3. Anyway, that is hibachi, the main game. You want to throw those in the box? Or
then we have hot and spicy.
Oh, important. Oh, look at this. There's this thing on the back of this. It came with a... It looks like they might have forgotten to put in a chip. And then we've done the Walker special where I somehow lose my knife when there's nowhere for it to actually go.
Where did your knife?
I don't know. I wonder if you put that sauce bottle in the middle of the table and try to knock it over and or not knock it over. I think the cat stole it probably. That's alright. We'll go knifeless. Actually, I think I brought... No, I didn't bring it. I thought I had a backup of it.
It's on the other side of this box.
Is it? Alright. So one random chip in here is an egg. Who knows? Alright. Then the expansion, which I'm sure is more chips, more recipes. Oh, a mini board. Or...
Several mini boards. You pick your character, it looks like.
Pick characters.
I like the crane, I gotta say. He looks awesome.
More bags, more money. Chopsticks, that would be fun. Another player, a 5th player. Maybe you can just probably read the back of the box. I'll tell you what. It's about to get spicy. It's hot and spicy. You can play a bunch with 5 players now. Yeah. So more recipes and more ingredients. It looks like just so I'm sure it's just so 5 players can play it. This is a nice box. Usually I destroy these, but since they're printed on the inside, I will keep this for now, and maybe it will be a dice rolling bin. Doubtful. All right. That is hibachi.
You've got bags there too.
This is an unboxing, not a reboxing.
And the crazy thing is, chat, is if I killed him, I would go to jail.
So look at this one. The yellow bag. The green chip in the yellow bag.
You're a monster.
All right, so all the expansion stuff in the main box. All right, so that was surprise box number 1, which was an actual surprise to me. No idea. I must have Hibachi must have been getting some like create a ton of updates because I've obviously muted the Kickstarter updates. Mystery box 2. And from the size of it, this has to be for science. It's got to be. It's definitely. I thought that first one was going to be Steam Watchers, not Steam Watchers.
Is this like Schrodinger's for science?
So this must be.
Until you open the box and the waveform collapses.
Oh wait, this is the one that I did tell you. All right, Cellulose. This is a review copy. All right. So none of the games I thought. So we're gonna have to go down. At least we'll know what's in the video. All right. So Cellulose. This is a review copy from Genesis Games, and so as you know, we don't take many review copies. Only ones that we are actually interested in. So as you can see from the back, it's a high theme game. It's all based on how plants ingest sunlight and turn it into energy and
Photosynthesis.
a plant cell biology game. And they were nice enough not to only send me this one here, but one is on its way to Vancouver for March. So that was nice of them. Rulebook. Nope. Not rulebook. The science behind the Cellulose book. So yeah, so
Oh, cool.
it tells you all about it, why certain things do things. That'll be cool. Sort of like a designer's guide. The rulebook, boards, different stages of plant, punch boards with lots of stuff.
Do you want me to start?
Punching? No, not at all. Definitely not. Then, wooden bits.
Ooh.
Tons of bits. Some of them are even silk screened, as you can see. Beakers and such. Lots of cubes, but they'll be board cubes because there's only 2 colors, so I can't see them being player cubes.
There's red, blue, and white.
Oh, are there? All right.
Or clear cubes, rather.
So still only 3. So
Yeah, probably water, sugar, and the blood of your enemies.
then I wish more games did this. If you have a ton of cards in your game, then you should have quick ref cards. Like, seriously. It's 1 extra card. Print them. All right, so quick ref cards. And then all these the backs, which are nice. All right, fronts. Starch cards. Aquaporin cards. Enzyme production cards. I think this will be cool. And then this looks like these are going to be some sort of, like I said, I didn't know the timing of this, so this one I did not read up on either. I wish I could tell you more. Let's take a look at the board. I think it just goes through. Those are 2 sides, which is nice. Probably based on player count, 2 sides. And then goes through the life of energy entering the plant and the best way, who can utilize the energy the best. Looking forward to reading this rule book. I'm really hoping it's good. And we'll give that a try, and we'll let you know about it very soon.
I'm looking forward to watching you try to pronounce all of those names on the board.
Oh, quiet. All right. Next, we'll unbox a game I picked up down at the local market today, which I saw another streamer playing, and it looks really cool. It's by Phil Walker Harding, the gentleman that designed Barron Park. And this one is called Llama Land. So once again, we have some tetromino pieces. And these ones you stack on top of each other. And you're placing llamas. And there's resources on there as well. So I'm not sure if you're going to get resources based on which ones you cover or where you put llamas or what you do. Giant roll of bags, which is nice. More llamas, the better. Tons of cards. Scorebook. Rulebook. And I'm sure tons of punch boards that have all sorts of Tetris pieces.
Yep.
U-shape, singles, and they're covered with resources as well. So like I said, in villages, there'll be all sorts of cool systems. This is definitely not a crunch game. It's a very family-oriented game. Look, let's see if we get a good close-up of the village tile. Man, that looks really cool. Anyway. Is this just the rest of the box is all? Yes. The rest of the box is all about the punching of tons of resources. So yeah, corn, brown blobs. Brown blobs are always good.
Yeah, I'm a potatoes ?
And this is definitely cacao.
Mangoes?
Mangoes?
It's probably cacao.
Potatoes? No, these are cacao. And
Yes.
never look to see how chocolate is made.
Yeah, don't follow that rabbit hole.
Just enjoy it.
It is cacao, corn, and potato.
It is potatoes. Bam. All right, let's see if there are any. Oh yes, definitely want to show you these cards. I remember now. Cards, art, all reasons why game was purchased. All right. Llamas, and there are some local villagers in here as well. All sorts of llamas, lots of llamas, still more llamas. Okay, llama. Oh,
The game is called Llama Land.
it is, but there were other cards. Oh my goodness, there we go.
Here's a llama, there's a llama, and another little llama. Fuzzy llama, bunny llama, llama, duck.
Llama duck, where you get a llama in the head. So yes, cool art. Hoping it will be super fun. I'm sure it will be. Those definitely look like end of game gold cards.
And you may not be able to tell on the camera, but each of these llama cards have different facial expressions. So they are not just copy pasta. It's
So many bags. So Caddyshack says they've already played with their 9-year-old daughter, and he says it's a great game. It's already getting praise.
well, if 9-year-olds like it, Walker will love it.
What are you saying, Jimbo?
I think I just said what I was saying.
Last box. Lots of stuff in this, though. Not just one thing. Thank you. All right, we have Paper Dungeons. We have, oh my goodness, this thing. Imperial Steam. We have expansion for Neuroshima Hex Beasts. We have the new Micro Macro Full House Crime City. That is it. All right. Let's get the boring ones out of the way.
Oh, rude.
Well, boring only because it's an expansion, right? So this might not mean much to people, but I am curious because this is the first expansion that's come out since the big box. So I'm curious to know if they have like fancy score markers in here to keep up, and just what some of the stuff in here looks like. So obviously the box isn't any bigger than they used to be, so they won't have the nice player reference card that they do in the main box. So Neoshima Hex is a 2-player sort of hex lane skirmish type game that's based a lot on initiative and how you push hexes around or play hexes.
It has a kind of chess-like vibe to it.
So Beast looks like it's very much moving around and fighting, because there's 6 start battle cards. There is move and push. This is double push. It looks like something new I've never even seen before. This symbol, all brand new as well. They only have, there's a bunch of units in this one. They also have these caution symbols that
do not approach the animal from this angle.
Also new, so tons. They are, every army, they're up to like 20 or so now. So they have all sorts of different factions you can play. Great little skirmish game. Comes with a nice little rule book, so you can, like, when you pick your army, you can quickly read up on what they do. Not overly complicated. Then you can start a battle or fill the board up, and then you start at high initiative down to low initiative, and it all depends on if you kill certain troops before they can act. And very fun, very quick. Lots of expansions.
And you can technically play with more than 2. It's best at 2, but
I'm sure we can lie to people. I'm sure that's okay. Yes, technically you can play for 3-4 players. I do not recommend it, nor do many others. That was Beasts by Portal Games and Expansion. Next up, a Roll and Write. This is by Alley Cat Games. They've been doing all sorts of good stuff lately. Not big into roll and writes, but this has got some good buzz, and it's Dungeons and Dragons, and you get to go around a dungeon. So it looks like it's a step up from a standard roll and write, so I'm eager to give it a try. You get to draw your little, make your little dungeon as you go. Designed by Leandro Pierres. All right. Nice big chunky dice. Look at that. That's the chunk. Apparently, Jimbo, 2 of my guys have died. Then I resurrect them. And luckily I did that, and then I attacked the goblin, and I win.
I thought these were like Castlevania style throwing crosses.
Yes! Alright, what do we have here? Cards are good. Enemies, minotaurs, and gargoyles, and golems, and mummies, with all sorts of stats. A plethora of bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably starting dungeons to sort of like start your dungeon out, or maybe something to do with a solo game. Unsure. Or no, these are the cards. Oh no, I'm pretty sure these are the cards that you draw, and it'll tell you what happens. Anyway, even comes with tons of pencils. Very nice. Extra bags. These look like could be item cards. Since they're pencils, it must be a pad and not a dry erase, which is meh.
Yeah. Limits reusability.
So yes, merchant item cards, nice and thick. XP earning cards, maybe. These look like they're gold cards. Yes. Explore the positions of 3 monsters in the dungeon. Alright, different goals you can do during the game. Rulebook. And then a giant pad. Full color, which is nice, right?
Wow.
That's pretty neat. See if I can hold it up without... So full color. Every page in the pad is full color. Looks like the dungeon is partially started, so you can write in your walls as you wish. Lots of traps and other stuff to do. That looks neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Throw this away and get on to Micro Macro Full House. I don't think there's too much new in the new game, which is sort of good, sort of bad, but more Micro Macro is always good.
Now there's warnings on age appropriateness.
Yes, every mission has an age warning. Where do I put my water? So anyone out there expecting new games in the mail? What is the one you're most looking forward to? What one has been taking the longest to get there for science?
How long is Mark having this copy for now?
Yeah, how can someone have their copy for? Oh, Caddyshack also got Micro Macro new one.
Nice.
The Great Zimbabwe is supposed to be Shadow Cleric. No, Shadow Electric says the Great Zimbabwe is supposed to be at his place soon.
What is the Great Zimbabwe about?
Great Zimbabwe. Is that
Is it a trading game?
Is that the Splotter game? Great Zimbabwe? I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. It doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head. Shaq says they finally got a copy of Concordia Venus. Very good. The app is also very good. So got a copy of the Great. So the Boom Dodger got their copy of the Great Zimbabwe. So there you go. You should finally get it. Gray Deceiver got Dinosaur World Kickstarter finally today. Great game. Love it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's tons of fun.
Don't care what anyone says about it. I really enjoy playing it. Not saying it's the greatest game. I don't know if it'll make my top 10 of this year, but I don't care. It's just really fun. If you want to check it out, you can go to the YouTubers. I think our playthrough of Dinosaur World will be there. Rulebooks. And we'll actually bring this map out and won't bother opening up because there will be spoilers in these cards. So we'll leave those. So, but needless to say, people that don't know what Micro Macro are, these are a whole bunch of cases, and you'll flip over the first card. It'll sort of give you clues of where to start. It'll say, a crime has got down at the flower shop in the north end. So you'll like scan this big map that I'm about to show you in the north end for a flower shop, and you'll see the murder, and then you compare the card. It'll say, yeah, you found it, and then it'll say give you something else to find next, and you sort of have to work your way through the map and find all these different areas and solve the case. And they give you these very nice wax envelopes to put each case in. So that's nice. So it's sort of like a Where's Waldo type.
Yeah, a deductive reasoning Where's Waldo as opposed to a just find him somewhere. Holy heck.
Yeah, so yeah, giant map, tons going on. And it's not like a single still, like of time. It's like sort of like each section is its own, at different times for different people. It's sort of like you can follow a person through different areas, but then, something else is happening with somebody else and it sort of invades that particular section as well. Just looking at this map is fun. There's so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead people already.
Here's a dude getting punched in the face.
So it's not the greatest town to be in.
Yeah, don't live anywhere called Crime City. I'm just throwing that out.
True.
There.
Clues to live by. Don't eat yellow snow. Crime City, maybe great place to visit. Don't live there.
I heard the rent is killer though.
And now there's no viewers. Way to go.
You could say it was a steal.
Put out by Piggish Spiel. Signed by Johannes Stitch. Last but not least, not at all least. Oh, wait.
Thunk.
Oh! About 5 million punch boards in here, I'm sure. So, I tried to ask a friend of mine if this was close to 18xx. I've yet to play an 18xx, but there's stock markety bits and there's train bits. So I'm going to pretend that it's an 18xx game, and then people can get off my back about playing it. I can say, oh yeah, I definitely played one. This is put out by Capstone Games, who I feel have been really killing it these last couple years. All sorts of goodness. Alexander Humer is the designer of this one. Northern Railways of Austria.
Southern Railways.
Southern Railways from 1939.
1839.
Did I say 19? Sorry, 1839 to 1857. Oof. All right, rule book. Oh, good.
You can't see the look on my face, Chad, but I am daunted.
So, 31 pages. 31 pages. When you say 31, now you hope that that's fine. 31 pages, probably 3 different languages, right? 10 pages for each. Yeah.
Money. That's just money, I think.
So I'm interested in that. I've got poker chips that, but I'm wondering from the videos I saw, the money looks like it might be all right. But yes, all English, 31 pages, little bit of pictures, but not a lot. Could be a lot of crunch. So Grey Deceiver says Imperial Steam is the same designer as Lignum. I've not heard of that one. But depending on how this goes, maybe I'll look it up. Some bags for all of this wood that we will look at in a moment. Boards. I have watched some of a playthrough for this because I was hoping it would come earlier and we were going to play it on the last stream. Nope, can't tell you what those are. I can tell you that these are player boards and that you'll have some rail cars here to start, and you can increase the size of your train, and you'll be putting goods on these boards. And that is all. There are 4 of them.
They have different colors on the back to show
They
you
have.
what color belongs to who.
They do. And they have purple. Instant win. 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Game of the year.
And here are those cars I was talking about that you'll be placing on your boards, that you have places to put cubes. These are actions because there are, I think, 11 different actions you can take, and there's a nice big chunky card for each one.
Dear Lord.
These are location tiles that we're going to put on the map. The first ones you play, there'll be specific areas that they go, but then you can there's scenarios that you can do that will tell you different places to put them. And then if you're super crazy advanced, you can just put them randomly on the board. They sort of don't suggest it because you could get some broken and or really bad combinations. So more of the same. That's 2. This is 3, 4, 5. All right, and the board.
Nope, 6.
6. Well, more punch boards, but different. A little bit of locations. Some more stuff. This is the stock market. So there is a stock market. This is, I remember there was a method of buying things. You put cubes on here. The more you buy, the more expensive it gets. But I think this is for the rest of the game. As soon as you slowly buy them, they get expensive, and then they're 50 from then on. Oh, yes, that's right. These are workers. Buying workers from different sections of the board. So you're employing, and they're going to be different costs depending on where you're buying them from. And then there are keys. I'm wondering if anyone in chat knows the significance of keys and railroads. Because remember, they have keys in
Ultimate Railroads.
Ultimate Railroads as well. So what's the big connection between railways and keys? I don't know. But when I saw that, I was like, hey, there must be something. And is it player count? Does everyone have their own stock market board? maybe everyone has their own stock market board. I don't remember that part. I thought
Well,
it was,
here's some
I
more
guess,
stock markets.
Yeah, I guess everyone gets their own stock market and gets their own.
More keys.
Okay, now this has me worried. Did I get two boards that were the same?
I don't believe so. The keys at the very least.
Keys
look
are different. All right, so no. All right, so we're just going to assume that might be player count. Yes, yeah, 2 players. Yes, it is based on player count. All right. Same with. Do I see player count on these stock market boards? Maybe there are 4 of those. Which was odd. I thought it was a single stock market. All right, we will open the board and then we will check out all these. So here are those places for all these city tiles. Like so, they all go out on the board. This one is labeled on the back. It says number 7. So your first few games, you will put them on their designated spots. It's one of these games where you're setting up to do a track all the way from somewhere to somewhere else.
From stair all the way to.
No, I mean everyone's
Bratislava.
trying to do the same one, and then everyone has contracts, and then if you don't get rails all the way there, then none of your contracts are any good. Here we are. Switches, signals, etc. used to be locked by keys, so they were very important. Now they are collector's items. So yeah, so all the railway switches, so kids didn't come by and
Cool.
make the Chattanooga Choo Choo go to Tallahassee. Those are real names. Don't try to tell me they're not. All right, let's take a look at this money and see if. Wow, they're like full-on cards. Interesting.
And there's another.
Full-on card money. I wonder. So, are there any train game players out there? If you have full-on card quality money, do you still fall back and use your poker chips, or do you use this nice fancy full card money? Now I don't know. I was going to get the poker chips out for my first big rail game, but now that the money is so nice, I don't know, Jimbo.
They've bamboozled you already, and the game hasn't even begun.
It hasn't even begun, and I don't know what to do. There's a lot of these cards. These are
Roots, it looks like.
Roots. It looks like some sort of
Or routes, depending on how
awful board game type routes. These look like they're the contracts. They'll tell you what kind of goods to take to which factories. Lots of bags. All right, all of the wood bits. What do we got over there, Jimbo, for wood bits?
We have
Break those out. I will put these cards away.
what look like orange and gray solicitors, and then gold crowns and green shapes. We have, I assume, player-colored tracks.
Rails.
We have raised hands, maybe for bidding. Probably resource cubes.
Oh yes, there's conductors and such, and they're on the top of.
We have stock market dudes, I think.
Yeah, so if you look on the boards, you'll see at the top there's the orange and gray. They're conductors and engineers, and they're always worth 30.
And player colored dudes. And factories that presumably produce the matching resource cube color. And a bunch of miscellaneous colored shapes.
So these are the
And
hands.
a bunch more.
These are the action. Your workers. Long story short, your workers. So you'll put these hands out on the different action boards, and it has a system where it's only yours. So if yellow has a token there, it doesn't matter. I'll pay the same amount for putting one there. But if I put a second one, then it'll cost nothing. Still nothing to do with other player colors. It's only to do with yours. If you put a second one of your own color, it costs you more. We played Ultimate Railroads, played a lot of that this week, last couple of weeks, because we just did a big review on it. And I do own Railroad Tycoon, which is based off of almost exactly the same game as Railways of the World, and I really love that. So we'll see how this one goes. It looks like it's a lot going on, but I think it's one of the games where once you get going, it'll be easier. It's not crunch all the way through. Once you get the actions that you can do down, then you know what's going to happen, much like Brass and other games of the ilk. All right, and that is everything today. Are there any questions?
Are there any answers?
Are there any answers? I want all the answers. Can you put all the answers in chat for me, please? Thank you for hanging out while we unbox these. I got one box yesterday and then got notice for one other, and then all this other stuff started pouring in, and it was like, well, I might as well, stream these openings and share the goodness. And hibachi was a surprise, and cellulose was a surprise. Got
It's funny 'cause
neither.
we were talking about cellulose earlier.
Yeah, we got neither For Science or Steam Watchers.
I have to admit, it was sort of funny how convinced you were it was for science. This is clearly for science.
Clearly.
That's what's happening.
Well, the size of the box clearly said it was going to be for science. All right, so now I'm going to have to read many, many rule books for these two games were not expected. I don't expect the hibachi rule book to be too bad, but the cellulose one is going to be a little crunch. Micro Macro will not have to read. Paper Dungeons is nothing but a roll and write, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Llama Land, it's a
Land,
family game, should be pretty
game
straightforward.
will do what games do. It'll say place a tile, place a llama, do what it says, off you go. So, that being said, my name is Michael Walker, and I'm here with my good friend Jimbo. We are so very wrong about games.
So wrong.
So wrong. I'm usually do a podcast with my good friend Mark, but he is not here today. And our show comes out every Tuesday, but we had no show this week, so I said I might as well do the stream today. But we usually stream every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
That said, there will be no stream.
That said, there's no stream this Saturday, but we've been very good for the last half a year, so this is the first time we've missed it in quite a while. But hopefully we'll see some of you in a week and a half. Now we will do what we call the raid. We raid. Thank you, Caddyshack, for the follow.
Raid.
Let's see who's on. I have not figured out how to raid with Restream, so I have to go into my browser and actually raid manually. I apologize. It will be a moment. Someone is doing tiny epic dinosaurs. Tailwagging Games. I know them. They are not crass, or they are a perfect person to raid. We have a guild on Board Game Geek, guild number 3236. It is very active. If you have any questions, you can also go there. Ask me anything you want. I always read everything that's on there. Ask me anything you want. I always read. We will see you next time. Raid started. I think that's all the info. In 4, 3, 2, 1.